So we get in the van, and we head on down the road, rattling along. And we get to the shop, and it's dark, and they say, "Hayes, didn't you come here and light the stove?" And he says, "No, man, I figured, it'll get hot quick, man. We'll just, it won't be a big deal. We'll just fire that baby up. We'll have a couple beers, a cigarette, and we'll hang outside. So it'll be blitzing cold. And then, when we go in, it'll feel a lot warmer." That was his way of rationalizing that, he was a bonehead and didn't light the stove prior like he was supposed to. And I said, "Oh, man, yeah, it sounds good, So we ended up lighting that stove, and I hadn't seen him in a while because he had the wife and the kids. So it was good to see Hayes, and he said he had the whole night. He had no curfew. There was no work in the morning. So, and there's another thing I remember about Hayes. On that ride when he picked me up, I was feeling low and worthless. And I got in the truck, and I didn't tell him. He had no way of knowing. And we're rolling down the road, and he's giving me buddy punches and slaps on the shoulder. And he's going, "Eddie, man, it's so good to be hanging out with you, dude. You don't know how good it feels to just be hanging out. Eddie, man, you're a righteous dude. You're such a cool cat, man. You can do anything, Eddie, man. Anything. Everything I'm doing, you can do." Like he knew I needed to hear something like that. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know about that, Hayes." And I was kind of beating up on myself, and I said, I'm kind of just feeling like a piece of poo lately, worthless and lost." And he said, "Man, I don't care, man." He goes, "You're not worthless, Eddie, man. You just haven't found your niche. Someday you're going to amaze the world," he told me. And I said, "Yeah, well, I hope so." And he goes, "Yeah, but right now," he goes, "this is great. This is so great." And I thought he was going to tell me a story, and I go, "What's so great? What's great?" And he goes, "I'm hanging out with my best friend Eddie, my buddy Eddie, tonight. It's just so good to be hanging with Eddie Riel tonight." And that seemed to lift my spirits up so high that I just felt special. So we went up to that shop of his, and he wore a cowboy hat and he walked like a Texan. He loved that Gibson and his Smith & Wesson. Hillbilly, you can live right off the land. And on a Friday night around a campfire light, me and Hayes, that's all we need. Cheap case of beer and a bag of weed. And all the swimming holes and the fishing poles, hanging by the river with the sand in her toes, felt like those days would never end. And I was young and bold, running down the road, nothing to lose, burning holes in our shoes. Still hear his voice saying, "Right on, man." Hanging out with Hayes down at the band. And all those winter nights in the Chesterfield cold, we were playing our music around that old wood stove. Beer in his hand and a smile on his face, strumming along with a guitar and bass. We'd play all night long, humming and strumming to our favorite song. We'd play till the morning light. Man, them days, they felt so right. Look at me now, Hayes, wherever you are. And all the swimming holes and the fishing poles, hanging by the river with the sand in my toes. It felt like those days would never end. We were young and bold, running down the road, nothing to lose, wearing holes in our shoes. I still hear that voice saying, right on, man. Just hanging out with Hayes down at the bend. Huddled up close to that wood stove, remember worrying I was going to burn the paint off the drums. But the story don't go a pleasant one. Hayes took his life with a shot from a gun, and I cried myself to sleep, holding those memories that I'll always keep. Forever and ever, amen. In all the swimming holes and the fishing poles, hanging by the river with the sand in my toes, I feel like those days would never end. We were young and bold, running down the road, nothing to lose, wearing holes in my shoes. I still hear that voice saying, right on, man. Hanging out with Hayes down at the band. Amen. Hanging out with Hayes down at the band. Merry Christmas, Hayes. Wore a cowboy hat and he walked like a Texan. He loved that Gibson and his Smith and Wesson. And God, I sure do miss it.
By the way, the show you're doing on the 14th is actually the anniversary date, by the way, and it kind of just got to me a little bit, and I had to leave the room because I started crying. I miss Hayes, too. Or what I knew of Hayes, anyway.
Yeah, I guess the ride of life got a little rough for Hayes. I only wish he would have maybe given me a call. It was Valentine's Day, on the day that Hayes went away. So, doing a gig on Valentine's Day is going to be a tough thing. Because, you know, one of the things I did with him was play music. So the song was called Hanging with Hayes. And anyways,
I got a request.
Yeah.
I would like to hear Redneck.
Redneck?
Yes.
All right. I want to do Redneck on the other guitar. Because that's the guitar I wrote it on.
I'm making another hot cup of coffee. I'll be bouncing off the walls.
Make sure my guitar is still in tune. Well, it's in tune enough. We're at home. This is very informal. This is very raw, very rough. We're not going for perfection tonight.
You know what the greatest thing is, though? Speaking of that, we don't have to carry large speakers into place. We could just sit down and chill like you used to do. Kind of like how you write your songs.
Well, it's going to have to be what it is. What it is what it is. So this song's called Redneck. Well, folks say I'm a redneck. Well, I guess that's true. I got raw tobacco, little fishing tackle, and some duct tape in my shoe. I fly that flag above my bed, the red, the white, and blue. Just a small town country boy, and I prove that through and through. judge, don't hold no grudge, but man, I'm telling you, you mess with me and my family, I'll be coming after you. Courtroom halls and prison walls, well, yeah, I've seen them too. And I had my share of run-ins with the good old boys in blue. 'Cause I'm a redneck, I've been tried and I've been true, just a redneck. Red and white and blue, just a redneck. Through and through, I'm a redneck. Ain't a doggone proud one too. I still like sleeping out underneath the stars. I laid this body of mine under 500,000 cars. I have all I need right here by my side. Got family and friends reminding me why I am alive. Yeah, I'm a redneck. Yeah, I've been tried and I've been true, just a redneck. Red, white, and blue, just a redneck. Through and through, just a redneck. And a doggone proud one too. Yeah, I still like sleeping out underneath the stars, playing all my music on my vintage old guitars. I have all I need right here by my side, with family and friends reminding me why I am alive. 'Cause I'm a redneck. Yeah, I've been tried and I've been true, just a redneck. Red, white, and blue, just a redneck. Through and through, just a redneck. And a doggone proud one too. So folks say I'm a redneck, and well, I guess that's true. I got raw tobacco, little fishing tackle, and some duct tape in my shoe. I didn't use a pick on that. I wonder if it even came out. You guys hear that? Anyway.
Apparently this video thing's doing really good. It's 400, almost 500 kpbs, which I really don't know what that means, but it said if you had 200 or more, you were doing good. So I guess we're doing good.
What does that mean, 200 or more?
Kilobytes per second. I don't know.
Oh, now you got me.
I'm almost 500 but kilobytes per second with the iPhone. So that's a really good thing. And I really like the quality of this video.
Well, I've been a sinner, I've been a saint. A story my whole life could paint. And I've been down to hell and back, but I'm okay, I'm not looking back. Grandpa used to tell me the world would knock me down. Just you get back up, son, and you go another round. And I walked along that lonely street of broken blues, and I've weathered a little rain inside my shoes. Along the way, I've made bad choices. They say on our shoulders there is two voices.